I have spent probably 20 hours talking to the top leaders of North Korea, beginning with Kim Il-sung in 1994. My wife and I spent 8 hours with Kim Il-sung and his wife on a trip down the river from Pyongyang to the seacoast. And during that time, we reached, I would say, what was complete agreement between the United States of America and North Korea. I am very prayerful that the recent effort by President Trump to find common ground with the North Koreans will be successful. During all this time with the President of the Presidium of the People's Republic Congress in North Korea, and with Kim Il-sung and others, I've been to North Korea 3 times, each time a very extended visit, and I have found a remarkable consistency. What the North Koreans have always demanded, including Kim Il-sung most clearly, was that the United States deal directly with North Korean leaders, representing the people, and that we have a final and binding peace agreement, treaty, between the United States and North Korea. When I was in the White House for 4 years, I tried to accomplish this unsuccessfully. But that's what they've always wanted, an end to the war, and an understanding with the United States, which can lead to a complete denuclearization in North Korea and hopefully in the entire Korean Peninsula. In exchange for that, what the North Koreans have demanded, as all of you know, and still demand, is a step-by-step confirmation of this agreement to end the nuclear program in North Korea, provided the United States will also lift all the sanctions and let North Korea become a full partner, or if you excuse the expression, brother, with South Korea, and become acceptable in the community of nations. The United States has not been willing to do that. I've read the news reports recently about the cancellation of the most recent scheduled visit between the Secretary of State Pompeo and the North Koreans, hopefully leading up to another summit conference between President Trump and Kim Jong-un. I hope this will take place. I think we should form a conference between the 2 Koreas, the United States and China at least. I'd say a 4-party conference, and get down to the details of an end to North Korea's international intercontinental missile capability and also their nuclear warheads, in exchange for full recognition of North Korea as an acceptable partner, economically and otherwise, with the South Koreans and with the United States and other nations. This basic demand of an exchange was worked out first between me and Kim Il-sung. He agreed to let international inspectors come in and confirm that no further nuclear capability was existing in North Korea. And that's what the United States still demands. This would be possible, I think, only if the United States, I would say step by step, confirming the North Korean implementation of this agreement was realized on the side of the North Koreans and their nuclear capability. And step by step, with each succeeding element of progress made, that the United States would lift to sanctions against North Korea and have each step confirmed by, I'd say, at least a four-party conference, and hopefully by the entire United Nations capability to endorse such an international agreement. My last trip to North Korea was with a group of the so-called elders. I was accompanied there by the former president of Finland, the former president of Ireland, and the former prime minister of Norway, who later became the head of the World Health Organization, Lord Brundtland. We were given complete permission to travel throughout North Korea anywhere we wanted to without a so-called guide or monitors, and we were there to witness the element of starvation among the North Korean people, because shortly before that, the United States had cut off all food aid to North Korea and had induced the South Koreans to follow in our footsteps. We thought this was a terrible mistake. And we visited the little villages where the people were getting an allocation of about 700 calories per day. For a man in America to go on a strict diet, about 500 more calories per day than that can be incorporated into each body. So they were in a starvation situation, and we came back and made a report under President Obama that this was needed. So there's great suffering among the people of North Korea. And as I've said earlier, the human rights violations of their leadership against the people is inexcusable and needs to be corrected. But the imposed punishment of a North Korean people by the United States and others with their economic embargo, and particularly in food and medicines, is, I think, unconscionable. It should be ended. So, to summarize my brief remarks, I have another point very shortly. We should proceed with the prospective peace talks between the leaders of our country and North Korea's country. We should form a conference or coalition of leadership with the two Koreas, the United States and China at least, perhaps joined by others. And the United States should agree to a complete peace treaty with North Korea, ending officially the Korean War, and step by step monitoring each other's compliance with the proposed agreement outlined earlier by President Trump and Kim Jong-un, the consummation of those very hazy agreements. Let this lead to reconciliation and harmony between the United States and North Korea. At the same time, I would hope that, and I would expect, that President Moon of South Korea would continue with his notable and I think historic efforts to continue the unification of the Korean Peninsula. I'm not an expert on this subject. He's in accordance with the teachings of Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace, will be realized for Korea and also for the United States. Thank you very much.